Alright, little 5-week prep update video here, nothing crazy. Don't mind me, I look fucking exhausted. So 5 weeks out, just finished up my fasted cardio for Sunday with some posing and some stretching and some vacuum work, you know. This being my first bodybuilding show, I will say that it's definitely a lot. I'm not gonna deny that at all, honestly. You know, there's a lot that goes into it. There's more that I keep learning as I go. But honestly, so far, so good. Having fun, enjoying the way my body is adjusting and changing, and really kind of learning just so much about, you know, diet manipulation. And honestly, this is gonna make me just such a better coach all around, honestly. Not to like toot my own horn or whatever, but it really is. So I'm really excited about that. Really excited to see what I will look like as a finished product, because currently I am the lightest that I've been in fucking probably 3.5 years, literally, which is crazy. Actually, I have a goal weight in mind where I'm gonna take a photo, and I have a pretty cool side-by-side, or I think it'll be a pretty cool side-by-side. Maybe it won't be that cool. So yeah, updated, 5 weeks out, feeling pretty good. Changing my training around this week based on, you know, losing more calories, trying to make sure that I have the energy to train, you know, my bigger muscle groups, with food versus without food, because today, Sunday, is a no carb day, and then I was going on a Monday and training legs, and let me tell you, I'm a supporter of legs on Monday, doing the hard shit, getting out of the way. But when you go and train legs on Monday after an 1,800 calorie day of no carbohydrates, let me tell you, that is very far from fun. And it's kind of been not really starting my week off the way it would normally when I would train legs on Monday after like normal food on Sunday. Especially because Sunday used to be like the day where Laura and I would, you know, cook a special dinner and, you know, have, you know, some snack, whatever, hang out Sunday, you know, a good day. So how does this pertain to coaching? Well, as I learn here and I begin to apply some of what I've learned to my clients, not to the same extremes as me, but I'm learning how, like, the nutrition tracking and the tracking that has to go into weight loss is just so important. So, like, when I have clients that don't track their food for a week, and then they track their weight on Friday, and, you know, they either don't sustain the rate of loss that they should, or they end up gaining a pound or something like that. Now granted, that's kind of not much fluctuation, but if you don't track your food, I can't measure nothing. So this is just a reminder that when you're in coaching, or even in your own program, even if you're not using a coach, if you're not tracking daily calories, daily movement goals, it's going to make achieving these goals next to fucking impossible. Okay, you can't do that. It's not going to work, I promise. Same thing goes with exercise. You know, all the programs that I write have progression literally worked into it. Each week the target changes. You know what you're supposed to do. If last week you did 40-pound dumbbells for 8 reps, I want you to do 40-pound dumbbells for 9 reps, or 10 if you can get there safely without hurting yourself. And if it's not reps that you need more of, it's a set, depending on the movement. If it's not a rep or set, it's the weight. Something has to go up every single week, in order to continue to progress and move forward. And it's a non-negotiable. And you know, I'm really starting to push that onto my clients a lot more. So again, results come faster when you stay focused. I guess we'll provide a quick little life update too. Golf season is underway, though I won't really be able to play too much, but we did, my group yesterday, we won our men's opening day tournament, which is cool. I've never won a tournament, or well, I've won flights or whatever, but I've never been like the overall winner in one of these tournaments. So that was a lot of fun yesterday. I actually felt like I played pretty decent. I'm no professional, trust me. And then went home, did some work. My brother and his wife came over, hung out, you know. So just because, you know, I guess I say this to just kind of remind you that just because you're in, you know, like a prep or a weight loss journey, like, it doesn't mean that you can't enjoy yourself. Like, I went out to dinner Friday night, and I mean, sure, did I have to order a filet mignon with grilled asparagus, dry, no butter, no oil, salt, pepper only? Yeah, that was my dinner. But honestly, like, that's still a pretty solid dinner if you think about it. Now, not nearly as rich with no butter. And I got 3 shrimp cocktail. Yesterday after the tournament for the buffet, they had some sirloin that was just cooked. Everything else had breading. So, you know, you have a few ounces of sirloin and you just kind of keep yourself under control. That makes a huge difference. Now, what did Laura eat Friday night for dinner? Some ridiculously delicious looking crab dish, which she described as the best dish she's had from Shuttle Meadow, which is the golf course that I go to. And then yesterday I was talking to one of my buddies at the course during the tournament, and he doubled down on the fact that it was probably one of the best dishes he's ever had at the golf course, and he's been there all through his childhood. So I'm gonna have to ask them for a frozen portion of that. I think that is what I'm gonna do next weekend or something. But yeah, don't forget to live your life. You can't, if you turn into a complete robot, and I've been there, I've done that, you're miserable. And don't get me wrong, again, was it a little difficult to be out at dinner, eat my lack thereof food, or, you know, be in a buffet setting where, you know, everyone around me is like, oh, did you try the shrimp? No, I didn't. I can't eat that. I had some steak. That was it. Oh, right. But anyways, progress is happening. I know you're making progress. I hope you're making progress. If you're not making progress, you should probably follow me at jpratt.fitness_ on Instagram. And there I share even more, you know, stuff that goes on in my life, whether it be, you know, a little bit of rants, hot takes, some value, everything goes into it. And, you know, everyone's obviously welcome to follow, you know, so head there, drop me a follow, subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm working on it. It's a work in progress for sure. We're not perfect, but we're gonna 10x what we're doing. If anybody gets that reference, comment that reference, and I'll give you something for free just because you've made it so far into this ridiculously stupid video I'm making. So, see you in the next one.